told some people that I was going to go live, so I went live. It's been a while on YouTube in order to address some things that were said that, it's whatever. I just kind of laughed it off. But then when I really thought about it, I was like, maybe I should address this stuff. Hold on. Let everyone else know that. Check it out. So there's one person watching, but so check this out. So there was a comment made. Let me look at this real quick here. Sorry, someone sent me a picture. There was a comment made that Chris said that he spends all of his time fixing our tunes, and I kind of wanted to address that because the thing is the way that Alien Tech PG3 works is it is right here. Here's one of my decoders. I got a whole pile of these, right? So the way it works is you plug it into your vehicle and you read the tune. Well, you're not actually reading the tune. What the handheld does is it plugs into the truck. Once it plugs into the truck, it determines the calibration ID and it gives you a virtual read of what tune you have on your truck or what file you have on your truck. So when you send me the PG3 file, it has a OEM file. You could have a stage 2 tune on your truck, it doesn't matter. I got the OEM file. So when Chris made the comment that he fixes my tuning and they need to spend more time with regular customers, that's not true at all. Because the thing is you don't fix anything. You know what I mean? There's nothing to fix. So let's say a customer didn't want my tuning, okay, and he wanted to return it. He would return his. Okay, so let me say this first. First, he returns his vehicle to stock. Once his vehicle is returned to stock, he sends me the handheld. They buy a handheld from Chris. They go from there. So that means my tuning isn't on the vehicle. Now, let's say under some weird circumstance, I don't even think I have any computers laying here. Let me look here. I don't have any computers laying here, they're all boxed up. So let's say under some weird circumstance that a computer had an issue where the computer bricked or whatever, okay? Again, there's nothing to fix. So the way that the EcoDiesel computers work is they're amazing. So what it is you have an EEPROM file and you have a map file. The EEPROM file is the only thing that needs to match the truck. I can take a map file from my personal truck and I can put it on every single EcoDiesel, every single one. Every truck that pulls into my driveway, I can put the exact same file on and every truck will run amazing. Which means they can do the same thing. If they were to get a computer and the computer was bricked, they don't fix the tune. That's not what you do. You don't fix the tune. You just put your tune over what's already on there. So when they made the comment that they are going to stop bashing us and telling customers not to go to us because of the tune, they're lying. They're just making up crap, and that's what they always do. Is they're continually lying to customers in order to get business. Now, first it's we stole their tuning, and the next comment is our tuning's trash. Well, if we stole your tuning, that means your tuning's trash. See, it's this constant battle over and over again of what lie can they make up next in order to drum themselves up some more business. And it sucks that this is how things are, because this is not how the world should work by any means. It really absolutely shouldn't work that way, because customers should do their own due diligence and buy a quality product on their own through their own opinion, rather than just believing some random crap they have on the internet. But basically, all I'm doing is coming here to say, hey, there's nothing to fix. That's not how these computers work. And the reason why Chris doesn't know that is because Chris doesn't tune. Chris is not a tuner. Chris sells handhelds to people. He's not a tuner, which means he has no idea what he's talking about when it comes to that. And that's why he makes statements like that. Let me click on that picture here, and I will read exactly what exactly was said, because it it by itself was just kind of mind-numbing to read, because I know that it's complete crap. The problem is that random people just going on the internet, they're not going to know that that's crap because they don't tune. Okay, announcement. We constantly warn of rip of con artist vendors that pop up in the market offering tuning that continuously causes people problems and leaves their customers hanging. These people come to us for support, looking for us to fix their problems. For a long while, we were willing. Moving forward, we will no longer be helping any customers who comes to us with Reckless Motorsports, aka RMS Tuning, aka EUSA. I've literally never used that ever. Aka Eco Diesel Tuning Products, also have never used that name. We have posted fair warning after fair warning in the Facebook forums for over a year now. Also not true. If you still choose to install the product in your vehicle, you must live with the consequences of doing so. We are far too busy to spend hours trying to fix this very poorly made tuning when our dedicated customer base deserves our time and attention much more. Thank you for your understanding. We hope everyone makes smarter decisions in the future. We are excited to be releasing some new stuff very soon. All right, so again, I never address this type of stuff because I'm bigger than that, but we constantly have people bashing me because of misspellings and grammar issues on my website. And then the first sentence in this says, we constantly warn of rip of con artist vendors that pop up in the market offering tuning that continuously causes people problem and leaves their customers hanging. We constantly warn of rip of con artists. All right, so there's a misspelling, grammar, whatever you want. This whole post is full of it. And that's what drives me nuts, is because I have given Chris and Martin the benefit of the doubt to being Canadian and being French Canadian, that their English might not be that great. So anytime someone bashes my English, I have just let it ride. But what drives me nuts is when I constantly see posts like this that are completely slam packed together with all the same grammatical and tons of spelling errors, and people continually bash me for it. It's almost like politics, where everyone bashes the other side regardless of what their side does. There's nothing to fix. They're not fixing anything. If a computer's bricked beyond fixing, they replace it. If the tune sucks, they put a new tune on. If the person buys a handheld, they upload a new tune. There's nothing to fix. There's no time spent in anything at all. Dan, speed, and performance. If I've done any work for you, you have my email. Go ahead and email me. Otherwise, the email is sales@ecodieselusa.com. Feel free to email me. I'll try to help out people as much as I can. And then in this post, they're dramatic about things. When we had Reckless Motorsports USA, that is a tuning site, a tuning YouTube page that we use to teach people how to tune. Now, when I started selling the EcoDiesel tuning in a large amount, we separated them because it got confusing. So we had EcoDiesel Performance USA is our diesel tuning division, and Reckless Motorsports USA is our gasoline tuning division and our YouTube page. There's no EUSA, and RMS tuning is Reckless Motorsports. Like, that's just the abbreviation for it. But so they dramatize these posts like this and try to make everything like this massive deal for absolutely no reason. We are far too busy to spend hours trying to fix this very poorly made tuning when our dedicated customer base deserves our time and attention much more. Grammar issues. Again, like I said, I could care less. You can talk however you want, but don't bash me for it while doing the same thing. Again, there's nothing to fix. They don't fix anything. If a customer doesn't like my tuning, they send the handheld back, and then they send them a handheld, they tune the truck. There's no fixing, there's no repair. All this post is designed to do is to cause drama, because once it's posted, everyone can take and post that post all over the place and cause all kinds of drama. That's what it's for. That's all it's designed for. Is in other areas like in crypto and stuff like that, they would call this post fudding. And okay, that's fine. Just email me. Otherwise, if you have my phone number, text me. Um, Not sure if you do, but if you don't have my phone number, email me and I'll send you my phone number. I don't know if your name would be Dan, but either way, go ahead, message me. Um, and so it's just, I don't really know much more to say than that. It's just, it gets old, and I've told people that talk to me and talk to um, the Canadian companies, saying, hey, like, I don't want the drama, I don't want the crap. Like, why not work together, build some amazing products, and people buy whatever they want to buy? There's no reason for us to have to self advertise. The eco diesels are out there. There's 3 big companies doing it, and that's it. So why not just let customers go to whatever person they want to and call it a day? Um, I'm a paid vendor on most of the forums. I try to message everyone back that I can. I was the only company working on Christmas, the only company working on New Year's. I'm the only company that isn't taking 1 and 2 month vacations. I'm the only company that's not commenting on your posts saying, oh, if you need to get a hold of me, email me. Um, if you have a problem with something that's a vehicle of yours that's tuned, people message me directly on Facebook. They don't need to freaking email me. Uh, I'm not going to email you back right away. My phone goes off for messages and text messages. The only people that email me are when the customer first comes and people off of YouTube. I'm just going to respond to something real quick here. Now, that's the other one, is that I type extremely fast. So the thing is of course, yeah, I mess up when I type. And then I hit enter before I get a chance to fix it. So that's my apology. It's not because I'm an idiot. So please don't think that I'm mentally handicapped because I screw up some of my sentences sometimes. That's beyond it. Um, if anyone has any questions, I see there's a bunch of people watching. You can comment and I can try to address them, why everyone's kind of online. Um, Speaking of something big that I want to mention that I don't know if anyone in this group or this video will remember this. Um, uh, Blake. So, hold on. I usually responded. Yeah, no, I agree completely. Now, don't get me wrong. The other half does not like how available I am to customers, but it is what it is. I don't have a secretary or somebody else available for that. But so Blake Bullard was trying to sell products for me, had my product, was happy with it, and this big thing came up where Blake sold the device to someone, and he never delivered it, and it became this huge spiel, and nobody could get a hold of him. Those of you who don't know, Blake was in a car accident where his EcoDiesel was totaled by a semi. A semi clipped him and messed his truck up pretty bad. Well, he seemed okay for a while. For a few weeks, he was a little off. He wasn't messaging people back. He wasn't responding to people. And that's kind of like when this whole handheld thing happened, a used handheld he sold. Um, and he ended up dying from it, from complications related to the accident. So for those of you who might have seen the post where people were super bashing him and being really mean to him and making comments about his family and things like that, like, I hope that none of you were the people doing it, because he did have a brain injury from the accident, but people never wait to find the second or the other side of things before they make rude comments and message family members and say things like that. So if any of you saw that, like, I hope that, like, me telling you this now might hopefully change your opinion on what you saw on Facebook, because it wasn't that he was trying to rip someone off. He had a brain injury. He had no idea what was going on. He didn't know who he was. All kinds of stuff like that. That's fucked up. Hold on. Someone sent me something that's really messed up. I'm trying to think here. The last person that commented, I don't know if I responded to what you said or not, so I apologize if I seem like I completely missed it. But the good news is we're still constantly selling. We're still updating tunes and sending tunes out to people and things like that. We are working on a mod file database, which once the mod file database is put to... I wish I could read off what that person just said. But anyway, once we get this mod file database completed, new customers will get their handhelds in the mail, right? They'll plug it in their truck, and they will click read tune, and it'll read the tune, and it'll be like, hey, you have a file that we already have tunes for. Would you like to tune the truck now? Whatever, something along the lines. You hit yes, and your truck will tune right then and there. That means you won't have to send files in or anything. The only time you have to send a file in is if you want an update or something changed. And yes, I'm definitely on Facebook at the same time. Where is that? I just saw right here. So a lot of people that are on a lot of these group chats that I'm in on Facebook are also in this video. God damn, computer chair. But like I said, it's, you know, it sucks that things have gone as far as they have. I would estimate that because of Chris and the drama and the pages that they've created, that I've lost anywhere from 20 to 30% of what would have been revenue, due to their bashing and constant things like that. And I will admit that there's been times where I was like, you know, like, I'm sick of this, like, I don't want to do this anymore because this is kind of crap, and, you know, I don't need this crap in my life, blah blah blah. But I have stayed through it because I do enjoy what I'm doing. I do enjoy the customers that I have. I do enjoy helping people out, you know, and it's, I don't want to, I would hate to give up on something and then be completely bashed for it. Is the tune for the 14 you go through 92 rear completed now with no further updates required? Basically, all the tuning for the 14 to 18 Eco Diesels is actually done. What we're running into now, stage 2, yes, what we're running into now is basically having to update all the different calibrations. There's like 30 some calibrations, so I have to update each one and then send out new files to people. And then usually when I send a new file out to people, I usually wait for a few days before I take that file and I send it out to everyone. You know, not that there's going to be a bug or something in it that's going to hurt someone's vehicles, but there's always something stupid. Like the last set of updates I did, a few people got the DPF warning. It doesn't hurt the vehicle or anything, but a warning comes on the dash, says DPF almost full. It's a simple, literally change 1 0 to a 1 and it goes away. But a lot of times when we completely redo a tune, we end up with things like that. And you know, I'd hate to sit here and say it is what it is, because you know, I feel like when a company tells you that something is what it is, that's really not professional. So that's not what I'm going to say. What I'm going to say is that sometimes there are small bugs and things like that that come up when we create new tunes, and it's an unfortunate side of things. You know, when we do things in person, we need hard parts to handle the tunes now. Yeah, something like that. I think that's Jesse out of Madison, Jesse, that commented, who is buying some really badass things for his truck right now. The rods that he's buying for his truck are way stronger than the motor needs. But what I say is that, you know, when you tune a truck in person, we can flash a tune on. We can flash a tune on and drive up and down the road a few times. Boom, check engine light comes on. Cool. We make an adjustment. We go on with our day. When you're on the other side of the country, you flash a new tune on. The customer drives on the road. Check engine light shows up. We update the file. We send them a file. It's the exact same thing as what we would do in person. It's just when it's done remotely, you know, sometimes for people it gets a little disheartening when small problems come up because, you know, they're not in person. And I apologize because I'm saving files and like sending them out at the exact same time here. I'm trying to multitask for people because I don't want people to be left behind here, because I don't always, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's sometimes where I literally spend a week straight just sitting in this room writing files, things like that. And sometimes I do need to take a few days off, so I want to make sure that everyone has everything that they need here. So I'm sending a file out right now to a friend of mine here. Hold on. But like I said, feel free to ask a few more things, people, why it's still live and there's a bunch of people watching, and I'll try to answer things a little bit more for you guys. Or if you want to ask questions about the new updates that are going out, I can give you some answers there as well. All right, send. Oh, okay, that's a super easy fix. Okay, so that so somebody uploaded their tune today. They had a weird check engine light. They sent me a picture of check engine light, explained what it was doing, loaded the file while we're on the video here, made the change, sent them the file back. It's something super simple, and I'm always available. I take my laptop with me everywhere. That way, if there's some sort of an emergency, I can just quick update it for you guys right away and send it out. So that way you don't have to worry about being stranded. So that's never a thing. Somebody sent me a picture of an Amish buggy in the ditch on the side of the road, and it says, the snow's getting bad when the Amish are in the ditch. And I said, the funny thing is that was probably local to me. Anyone who hasn't done it yet should join. So stage 2 is bug. Yeah, no, that's not a problem at all. So 14 to 18. All of the brand new files that come out, the brand new updated files, there's no bugs in them whatsoever. They use less timing, they get better fuel economy, and all the adjustments that we're making to the transmission we've been very happy with. So if somebody is looking to buy tuning right now, the stage 2 is amazing, but we'll be sending out updates. Have you tuned a 2019 ZR1? If so, how has the DI port feeling changed things for your tuning strategies? I will say I have, yes, done actually, was it a ZR1? You might have to correct me, it's been a while. So I did do a Corvette, but I think I did a Z06. It was supercharged, 600 some horse, but I don't think it was a ZR1. I think it was a Z06, but it wasn't really modified, so it was basically go in, make some timing changes, some fuel changes, some RPM changes, things like that, and send it on its way. Whatever, pick somewhere up between 30 and 50 horse and just be done with it. Other than that, I haven't done any of the new Corvettes since then. We did do a bunch of cam C7s that we were pretty happy with, that required a modified fuel load for the direct injection. But I haven't been around a lot of the newer Corvettes since then. I've been focusing heavily on diesels. So hopefully once I get caught up with the diesel stuff, we'll be able to do some of the new Corvettes and things like that as well. Definitely buying your tunes. Are you still making it live? Yes, so there is a 5-position switch, and the other companies kind of bash us for it because it's a potentiometer. Getting 12. So I don't know how many miles per gallon that is. 12 liters for 100 kilometers. Give me 1 second here. 12 liters to 100 kilometers. 2 miles per gallon. So 19.6 miles per gallon. Now it's not bad. I get 21 or 22 with my truck, and I drive super aggressive, and my truck is turned really far up, and I have a 2500 front end, so it's not aerodynamic at all. Me personally, if my truck was stock, 100% stock and stage 2 deleted this time of year on winter fuel, I would say 22 to 23, maybe even a little bit more, is what a truck should average if they're doing a decent amount of highway miles. But the switch is a potentiometer. It connects to the fuel temp sensor. And basically we have a table that controls torque based on fuel temp. So we give you our highest power tuning, and then we modify the table for torque. Now the table is not like, hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions, 100% torque, 80%, 60%, 10%. We don't do it like that. The table is actually very heavily tested and modified, so that way the truck drives amazing on all 5 switches, but has more power up as you go. I think we added it to the new tuning. You can, I think it's like $200 or $150, and we send you a switch, and then we send you the switch file, and then you basically have the 5 positions, and you can change it as you go. Yeah, see, and I think Jesse has wider offset wheels and stuff like that as well. On top of that, they're getting that 29 miles per gallon. I'm going to make some modifications to my truck's 2500 front end to help get the air around it a little bit more. I don't need as much air coming through the grill, so I might make a few changes and see if I can get my gas mileage back up. But I've been able to get 26, 27 on the highway with reasonable speed with my truck, with the 33-inch mud tires. With the 2500 front end, so I'm pretty happy with my miles per gallon in my truck right now. Trying to think. I thought I had something else to say here. I'm not really remembering things here. Yes, and I will say thank you to all the people that have been very supportive lately, that have been able to see kind of through all of the BS from the other people. Yeah, it's Charn. I don't know if that's pronouncing it properly, but I will say that, yeah, that's reasonable economy. Like, I wouldn't be mad. I do know that in all the testing that has been done, I believe we have gotten between 1 to 4 miles per gallon better than all of the competitors across the board. So I will say right now, if you're happy with your gas mileage, but you want it to be a little bit higher, going to ours, it will be a little bit higher than where you're at now. No, and it's a lot of people that are quality people don't bash at all. James, here, let's see what James said here. I think he wanted me to say something. Yeah, so James has got 33 by 12 and a halfs, all highway, 10 ply, 20 by 10s, and James was getting averages 30 miles per gallon on the highway. I have a guy with 37s and a 9-inch lift out in California. He averages 22, and it's a tall truck. I don't, let me see if I can see okay, cool. I said live chat, so now I can see the comments. 2019 ZR1 is stock, direct injected, port fuel injection, 8 direct injectors, and 8 PFI injectors. Not sure it's because of that, but apparently not many tune them well. Those that do are hush about the tuning strategies, and I will definitely say that either they are hush about the tuning strategies on the newer LS engines, or it's because they don't know what they're doing. I think I was one of the only people to post Gen 4 cam tuning stuff on my YouTube channel, and it wasn't because people were hush about it. It was because people didn't know how to do it, and the people that did know how to do it didn't know how to explain it to other people. Now, let me see something here. Yeah, no, and I will agree, Luke, a lot of people have switched from other companies and ended up getting better gas mileage afterwards and been able to drive more aggressive. Have a good night. I will say that we do have a good customer base. You know, a lot of people will be like, oh, I never see people posting positive stuff about about Randy stuff or blah 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 blah. And the thing is that I have a really quality customer base of people, and they don't like the drama. I've got at least 15 customers that have messaged me and have said that they have removed themselves from all EcoDiesel groups because of the drama. I gotta message this customer back real quick here. Let me see. Let me click on stuff here. Yesterday with the tracking information. And that's the thing. A lot of customers get scared to post because they don't want to get mashed. My best recommendation is either block the people that mash you. I blocked a lot of people, and they try to talk shit about it. But the thing is I will respond to people when they talk negatively for no reason. So in order to prevent myself from responding, I block the people, because that way I stay a better person. God, I'm trying to see. I thought I just had to comment something. Join. Those of you who have not, go to ram1500diesel.com and join as a member there. I have my own business profile there, and we have our own vendor forum where everyone can go and talk about our tuning, ask questions about it, say how much you enjoy it, whatever, freely. And it's not going to be like it is on Facebook, where you just have to worry about people hating on you and things like that, and being solicited with just absolutely awful messages. I'm a coke addict. I don't think that I look anything like a coke addict. I have met one or two coke addicts in my life, and they don't look like me at all. I also don't have a record of doing drugs. I have a record from like 10, 12 years, 14 years ago, from being a dumb kid. But I mean, that's about it. Who doesn't? You know what I mean? I don't really know if there's anything else I needed to say. So if anyone else has any more questions, feel free to say something, and I'll respond while I'm sitting here online. You can start with the tuner and send me the file so I can get the tune ready to go for you. What's cool too is all the handhelds going out now are going to have printed instructions with them, with all the links to the software, links to YouTube videos showing you how to do things, links to forums, Facebook pages, reviews, all of that. So there's going to be a lot more things for you to do. Next step between right now we're maxed. So check it out. Here's your list of options of things to do. Okay, let me look at something here real quick here that Dustin sent me. EcoDiesel Canada. Dustin, dyno sheets do not prove anything. That's why they aren't posted. You need in-depth engineering data, which we have compiled and provide to those who are trusted with the info. What? Randy posts a lot of shit in his groups and posts a lot of videos with poor information in them. We're done discussing anything related. See, these are my full name. Anything related to Randy Ziegelbauer. If people want to support him, they can have it. We're done supporting anyone that supports people that ruin the industry like he does. People like him are shunned in the tuning forums. I'm actually in all of the tuning forums, and I'm also friends with everyone that runs the tuning forums. I'm also friends with a lot of the top people in the industry that literally send me screenshots of all of this crap all the time. It's mind-numbing, if anything. So let's go back here. So let me just go back and see what that comment said. Okay, so check it out. Hold on. So these are your options, okay? You have a stock truck. First, you do the stage 2 delete on the truck, right? After you do the stage 2 delete, bam, your truck's maxed out. You have no idea what else to do with it, okay? So here's a list of options of things that you can do to upgrade it from there. Better exhaust. I personally run a full 4-inch exhaust. Otherwise, I recommend an MBRP 3.5 single back or the Banks Monster dual 3-inch. The Banks intake manifold. I have an AFE oil pan that's going on mine. I'm running CFT intercooler with 3-inch pipes. There is the hell is it? I mean, you have Transpan upgrade, oil cooling upgrades. I am running. I'm not selling this yet, but we will be selling it. A wastegate and a blow-off valve for these trucks that are going to bring these trucks to the next level when it comes to performance. A lot of it because of tuning, or not because of tuning, because of towing. The wastegate setup that we have will allow you to not have to worry about EGTs as much when you're racing. Wide open throttle, towing, mountains, it doesn't matter. That by itself is going to be a huge game changer. The other thing, modified turbo. My truck with the modified turbo is amazing. There's no way I could go back to a stock turbo at this point. I'm very happy with the modified turbo, and I've been working with a company out of Texas. Hold on. Oh yeah, go ahead, take screenshots of that, Lucas, because people need to see that type of stuff. But I'm working with a company out of Waco area in Texas that has connections in Japan, and they are working on trying to find different turbo housings and things like that, so we can actually modify the turbo with bigger parts, but keep it in there. So in Houston, Texas. I've been to Houston a few times. Absolutely love Houston. Something just popped up on my screen. I'm trying to find it here. Give me a second. I don't know if it was a email or what. Trip 24 should have a list of trucks like the Red Road address or parts or two. Okay, cool. Okay. Just checking emails I was getting. Mail his new messages. I'm trying to see what else questions were asked. Horsepower, 2.5 ways, blah, 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 blah. No, the twin turbo will definitely be a possibility. I would like to, release a compound. Otherwise, if we don't, and you are interested in a compound kit, we do work with CFT on that. So if you are interested, I'm trying to click, like, there's a link on my phone, I'm trying to use my mouse to click on it. So the blow-off valve, I didn't mention anything with the blow-off valve other than the fact that we are running a blow-off valve on my personal truck. Cool, and I hope that's because you were suing them also, which I haven't started yet, but I would love to. But the big game changer is going to be the wastegate. Any real drag or tractor pulling truck that's making big power, that's being tuned by a big top tuner, they'll have wastegates. Okay, you always get people in this mindset of, oh, diesels don't need wastegates. Screw that. Diesels absolutely do need wastegates. Don't let anyone tell you that crap, okay? Definitely don't let them. Now, what this device is going to do is this device is going to use where the EGR used to be, and it is going to basically bleed off all extra exhaust after you have maxed out the turbo in order to keep EGTs down. So super excited about when hopefully I'll get that done. Wastegate, yes, wastegate. My personal truck has a wastegate and a blow-off valve on it. I was really hoping the blow-off valve would make some noise, but because I don't have a throttle plate, it really doesn't make any noise, but it's definitely helps prevent turbo flutter and surge and things like that. Give me 1 second. Exactly, every combustion engine. Yes, exactly. And don't get me wrong, it doesn't, you know, you put, depending on the turbo, you don't need one, but when you have these little turbos, you absolutely need one. Take my money. Soon. It'd definitely be soon. I'm moving some of my stuff to a different building, and we're gonna start. Check this out. I haven't really announced this to anyone yet, but we are going to be releasing downpipes. Yes, there's been multiple compound EcoDiesels out there. Larry Grant owns one of the current ones that I know is still on the road, but we are going to release all stainless downpipes moving forward that I'm going to build myself for the new EcoDiesel and the old EcoDiesel and all the Jeeps. So those will be available hopefully within the next month and a half here. I don't think I'm ever gonna offer any exhausts for them because you can buy them, and exhausts aren't emissions illegal, so they're never going to be off the market. But downpipes will eventually be there. So not only are we going to be releasing our own downpipes here, we are also going to start working on our own EGR kits as well. Otherwise, right now we use CFT's EGR kit, and you can see sounds like people are getting drunk in the next room, I'm assuming. Don't know if there's anything else that I needed to say on here. I think at this point I need to what the hell is this? Sorry, give me 1 second here. 3, 1, 2, 3. So I think I'm going to call it a day on this video. I got a few things that I want to take care of here tonight still. I have some stuff on my computer. I need to know what kind of performance increases the Banks Dual Monster exhaust provide. Exhaust-wise, you're not really going to gain anything out of the rear part of the exhaust. The only part where you're going to billet LS-style intakes possible, no idea. But the biggest gain on your exhaust, the biggest gain on your exhaust is going to come from the downpipe itself. By increasing the volume right off the downpipe. But anything over the 3-inch will be what we call diminishing returns, meaning that the benefit is so small that it outweighs actually doing it. But that doesn't mean that it's a negative. So when people are like, oh, you don't need anything over 3-inch, that's not true actually. 4-inch outflows 3-inch and 5-inch outflows 4-inch. But no one knows at what size the exhaust no longer benefits from the increased ability to flow. I'm always going to recommend the full 4-inch. It sounds the best, and it makes it sound as close to a Cummins as you can get without buying a Cummins. So I'm going to end it there. It's been almost 45 minutes, so everyone have a good night, and I'm going to keep working on some files here.